What is going on, you guys? My name is Spideyco64, and welcome back to yet another NASCAR 164 scale diecast review. And here we are, folks. We have right here for all of you another NASCAR batch review, and we are going to be having a look at 5 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series diecast here today. So yeah, we're just going to go off ahead here and get into it. Now, before I do go ahead and get into this video, I should mention this right off the bat, and that is, this has been one of those videos that it's been pretty much a bit of a burden for me. I've had these diecast, well, these 3 just chilling on the table, and I've barely now been able to get, of course, obviously, the 1 and the 38 as of recently. So that is what we're going to be doing here today. These are just the last few trucks that I needed to get to do this batch review. Of course, obviously, this is going to be the final batch review from the 2024 season before we transitioned into the 25 season, which is not looking all that great. So that is something that we need to kind of keep in mind. So we have right here in total 5 trucks. 3 are from the Authentics line and 2 are from the Gold Series line. So we're just going to go off ahead here and we are going to do this review. So let's go ahead and start this off here. Here is Brendan Butterbean Queen's number 1 bestrepair.com bestrepair.com Toyota Tundra for Tricon Garage. Now, before I do kind of go ahead and say this, of course, this was one of the last few trucks that I needed to get in order to do this video. And yeah, and oh, by the way, this is the first Tricon Garage release ever since their rebrand, which, by the way, that happened back in 2023, and now we're just barely getting the truck diecast. Now we're barely getting them, which goes to show, my God, what is going on with the whole... I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know what Corey Heim needs to do to get a diecast made, but you tell me. But anyways, though, take a look, though, at the truck itself here. I really, you know, it's a really cool truck, I gotta say. You got, of course, obviously, the, it's basically in the Toyota colors, which is red, white, and black. That's essentially what the colors are. And I think this came out really good for the most part. There are some QC issues with the truck that I will say. The couple issues is that you can see there's a paint chip there. This is an Authentics release, by the way. You can kind of see some on the spoiler, and then of course there's one right there. Yeah, you can see there's one down there, and you can see right here the Toyota nose is kind of scrunched. The Tundra nose is kind of scrunched in a little bit, so that is not great, but yeah. Now, obviously, Butterbean Queen has had some diecast made. We did get a late model made not that long ago, but so that's the first truck. Here is Lane Riggs, number 38, Infinity Ford. Of course, obviously won the truck race just a couple of nights ago, and gotta say, another good-looking truck right here. Yeah, really nice looking truck this one is. I really love the dark blue on this one. This is a really nice matted dark blue that I haven't really kind of seen. You don't really kind of typically see this on any diecast, at least I can think of, but yeah. This was one of the last few trucks that I also had to get as well. And obviously, of course, we've had done a review on a Lane Riggs truck already beforehand, but now, of course, obviously, we have another one here to talk about, which is pretty damn cool. Now, Fortunately, though, Lane Riggs did switch from the 34 to from the 38 to the 34, so this kind of makes this truck outdated, but I still think it's a really cool truck. And if you're a diecast stop motion creator, you could use this for a Chandler Smith truck, as I don't think they're going to make any of his trucks unless they get made in the winner circle. So yeah, look the way that truck looks. All right, now let's go ahead and kind of talk about the trucks I've had for a little bit of a while now. Here we have the Thad Moffett Petty 75 years of racing diecast, which I think this is a Circle B. This Circle B, I think, bought out the run of this, and that's why it got made. Now, there was another Thad Moffett truck that was made, that was released back in the Advent calendar set, but I don't really know if... yeah, I don't really know if I'm blanking right now on the sponsor. But this right here is a throwback actually to, I believe it was John Andretti when he did a throwback or an anniversary scheme back to Richard Petty. So this is a really nice, cool alternative paint scheme that you really don't think of when you think of Petty and all that sort of stuff. So there you go. But yeah, Thad Moffett, and this is from a team that no longer exists, by the way. Faction 46 was shut down middle of the season, but they still got a diecast made, so that's pretty crazy if you ask me. But I really love the silver on this one, and of course that Petty blue. I really love the way it looks. You got the Petty 75 years of racing. Craftsman, those two don't have any banners. It says TM. Moffett, Chevrolet, and then of course you got a whole bunch of names of all the people. Lear, Tracks, and Cups covers, and there you go. Here's the back. Let's see what this says. Yeah. So there you go. Got pristine auction down there, and yeah, what a pretty cool truck overall. For Thad Moffett and Co. Here is Chase Purdy's Bama Buggies number 77 for Spire. Now, what's cool about this is that up until I think it was before Spire announced they were going to run the 07 truck, which by the way they're not running anymore. We've had all the Spire number trucks in the truck series, but they are going to be making the 01 truck for Kyle Larson, so that is something that will be made. But yeah, Chase Purdy diecast right here. Bit of a random one, I will admit that, but hey, oh so good, man. So yeah, of course you can see here, this is Chase Purdy went from KBM to Spire, and then obviously, of course, now the 77 was driven by Andres Perez, but now he's no longer driving the car. Now it's Corey LaJoy. So there you go. It says BamaBuggies.com. 77 Bama Buggies. Got Gamebridge down there. It says Respect on the side. You got Chevrolet Bama Buggies right there. I don't know what Chase Purdy is doing nowadays, but there you go. All right, really cool looking truck. That is. All right, there you go. And now, here's the final truck of the lineup. Now, you might already be wondering, didn't we already take a look at this truck? Yes, we did. But this is the non-race win version of the Time Majeski Road Ranger diecast. Now, I got this right here. Now, this honestly works as a bit of a standard edition diecast. Now, if you're wondering what the main difference here is, that the main difference is that it has the Craftsman Truck Series Championship banner right here, which, when you look at it from afar, looks like just a normal Time Majeski diecast. I prefer it when they put the logo on the deck lid. I don't prefer it when, like, on a cup car, like, for example, like or on an Xfinity, Xfinity, or a cup car, that they put the logo on the roof. Which, yeah, by the way, this, you're probably going to get a version of that diecast like this for that guy, as I drop a trailer from Mac. So there you go. So yeah, this is basically a standard edition version of this diecast, but it is still really cool to get just because I know there might be some people that may not want the race win, but you can use this in your diecast stop motion too. And like I said, you can remove that and just put another logo right there. Or honestly, people might just be using the race win version. Probably. Yeah, they'll probably be using the race win version rather than the rather than that version. So there you go. As I want to kind of display this right here. So there you go. Well, guys, that's really gonna do it. Bit of a quick kind of batch review, but this is a series of videos that, especially this one, this has been, I wouldn't say a burden, but it's certainly been one of those videos that's just, it's kind of ticked me off that it's taken this long to really kind of get these diecast. To talk about how long I've had these diecast, the 46 I've had since February. Yeah, this since February, this one since June, this one and these two just this week. So goes to show that, yeah, there you go. Now, the status of the Truck Series diecast is a little bit murky. We really only have 2 Truck Series diecasts coming out, but they're going to be race wins from Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson. I think there's going to be at least there might be a standard edition truck diecast in there, but I'm not really going to be so sure on that. Now, maybe Lionel's new pre-ordering system will help in this dilemma of Truck Series diecast we are having. I do know we are going to be getting a Lane Riggs race win. In terms of a Corey Heim one, well, that depends on whether or not he wins the championship or not. Which I got to say, oh, by the way, I'm recording this after the Cup race. And shout out to Corey Heim for getting a 6th place finish. Like, that's pretty impressive right there. Yeah, I just watched the Cup race just happened just a little bit right now. What a fucking crazy race that was, dude. Now, in terms of the batch reviews, I want to go ahead and just do this here real quick. We have another one coming out. There is going to be an Xfinity one. I'm just wanting to get the Jesse Love Wheelin firefighter car, and then also the Corey Day truck at the same time as well. So there you go. Well, that's going to do it, guys, for this Saturday night review. Hopefully all of you had a really good rest of your weekend. It's been a really rough week. I understand for a lot of people. I don't want to talk about it, but hey, I'm just saying, rough week for some people. You know what I'm talking about. So hopefully everything is okay. Next week's is a new week. So there you go. So thank you all so much for watching, and see you all in the next video.